So the most important state-to-state relationship in world politics is often taken to be that between the United States and China. And as we know, it's at a critically low ebb at the moment, at a time when world order is fraught with peril. So the world is facing several transnational threats: the climate crisis, pandemics, emerging technologies, food securities, inequalities. And all of these demand multilateral action if they're going to be addressed properly. But the international ordering mechanisms that we've become familiar with and that we've relied on, that are proving to be very inadequate to the task at hand. So what I try to do in my chapter is to build the case for these two states to look beyond the tensions in their bilateral relationship and instead to find ways of cooperating on these major issues of global order, to rebuild a framework in some ways for an order that is obviously fraying. A focus on global order is capable of reducing the perception that the geopolitical struggle between major states in the global system is what crucially defines today's international system. I think that's an inadequate way of thinking about world politics and world order. The precondition, in my view, is to regularize communication channels. I mean, to some degree, this has been happening already, but these are absolutely crucial because these can be devoted to uncovering the nature of the threats to global order that concern them both. And you can use international legal and normative language as the basis for a diplomatic conversation. So an acceptance of equality of status with China doesn't have to be based on material power. Clearly, the United States is still more powerful than China materially, but the equality could be based on the capacity to contribute to the management or resolution of shared fate issues. The largest threats to humankind relate to planetary survival. I would argue that neither state represents an existential threat to the other, and there's so much that needs to be done to rebuild an order. Rebuilding should be relentlessly focused on shared fate issues.